Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can you hear me now? Check 1 2. Nope, they're not doing the grant yet. Gotta wait till the next stimulus check or stimulus package to do the grant. You can hear me? Cool. Thank you, Lucietta.
If you still believe me right now, then you'll never ever not believe me.
Hey, Samir. Good to see you, my friend.
All those things.
Hey, Kimberly.
That
hey,
I
long
told
time no see,
you
Kimberly. I hope everything's well.
That you're gonna get that PPP. Oh, and that idle too. But now you know that it's not for you. And yeah, I'm talking about that stimulus package too. Oh,
Hi,
you
Natalia.
still get so excited with a breaking news update from one of those
Baha.
clickbait titles.
They're not doing the
But
grant.
maybe Lala Lay. Still believe me right now, then you'll never ever not believe me. No, you won't. You still believe me right now, then you'll never ever not believe me.
Okay, this can go off now.
Oh, no, you won't.
Hey, everybody. How's it going out there? I hope everybody's having a good day, getting ready for the weekend. We are getting ready ourselves here as we go into the weekend, and hopefully we will be seeing a stimulus package come up. Can't promise anything, though. There's always good news, always bad news. EIDL grant there's $50 billion of the EIDL grant there's $50 billion in the EIDL grant. So if they pass the stimulus check, there will be EIDL grant money in there. Any questions out there? I know I personally reapplied for the second loan. Still haven't heard anything from Cabbage on the second PPP. Yeah, they just went over the other PPP. I talked to SBA agent on it today, and they said that the private bank sectors right now are the ones that are going to be issuing PPP only. It's going to be hard to find it from Cabbage and Lendios and stuff like that, but private sector banks, you can still find some in your area that will be offering still some PPP out there. It's not as potent as they made it sound the other day, but they're trying to get that kick started again with this new stimulus package, which was a bummer to hear. But as far as the EIDL loans go, the EIDL money is still there, so that's a good thing. If we need an EIDL song on Next American Idol, yeah, right? Do we have to reapply for the EIDL? If you want a second round of EIDL, it's not an application. It's actually a reconsideration. I will put it up here for you. Here are the instructions to the reconsideration of the second loan if you're going for it. First of all, you should request a loan increase as soon as made possible after the need is discovered. Requests are being reviewed in order it was received, so we know how important that can be when you don't get in the top of the line. You end up in the bottom, and it takes a really long time. However, there's a lot more staff now than there was before, so it should not be as long. In the second round, it's not going to be hit as hard, I don't think, as the first one was, because the second did so much in a lot of people. It covered a lot of people in this. So to ensure your loan increase request receives the proper attention, please send the following. A written request with a brief explanation as to why the increase is necessary. So it says a brief explanation, people. And with that, you still want to make it clear as to why you're asking for the second loan. But I also do like the fact that it does say brief, where it's not asking you for too much information. It's just saying, why do you need it? And you want to put down your rent and utilities and your payroll and your, working capital expenses, the things that they told you were supposed to use it for. Make sure you put that in there. It says you need a signed IRS form of 4506T. That's basically very simple. What you're going to do here's a 4506T application. Here's what it looks like. You can just go into online and you will find you will see, type in 4506T in the search engine, and this will right here will pop up. Very basic information in there. You know, your name, your social. If you are married, you put your spouse in their social, your address, and then the customer file number if applicable. If you go down to the second page of the or on the bottom of the page of this instructions, read part 5B, and it gives you the file number. If you need to put it there, it'll give you the reason why you need to put it there if that is applicable to you. Transcript requested, when it says there on number 6, transcript requested is like, what is it, 1040? Is it a 1065? Is it a Schedule C, 1040C? You just put that in there. And then on the bottom of that 4506T page, you will find the this right here. You're going to put your period you're requesting is going to be last year. So you would put, you're giving them what period you're giving them of your taxes. You're going to give them last year's taxes, unless you filed some previously or this year. You would give them that too. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in 01/01/2019. Signature, that check mark that says signature attest. Once you check that, these yellow lines will go away, and that means that's basically you're stating that you're signing it. That will be your e-signature. You put your phone number over there to the right, and you see and you will type in your signature in the middle, and that signature in the middle will stay there. So that's pretty much it for the 4506T. So I don't want you to think it's a very big, long, drawn-out piece of paper, because it's not. It's quite simple, and that's it. That's the 4506T tax transcript that you need to add with those reconsideration instruction informations that I just gave you. That's up there. I had a few questions asked about when the increase is based on the change of the application information for the revenue of the COGS, etc., the cost of goods sold, etc., and a completed 3502 form. Attached is required. This didn't pertain to me, so I didn't put that on our last video. However, I'm going to show you right here what that is in case it does pertain to you. This is a OMB up here. This OMB number is your office management budget control number. OMB up here to your top left. I'll put my head up there. There. It's right up on top of my head. It's right there. That right there. OMB number is up there. If they ask you for it, it will be on your number that you download from the file 3502 form. And it's the same way. Type in the search engine 3502 form. A 3502 form will come up for you to fill out, and then you can find that in the SBA as well. But here it is, another very simple form. If they ask you for this, guys, it's only a couple questions. Your gross revenue, if that pertains, for a 12-month period prior to the disaster. Your cost of goods sold, if you're selling gifts or something, or whatever you're selling. If you are selling something, or if it's not a service, cost of goods sold prior. And then rental properties, blah, 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 whatever you pay in rent, you could throw that in there. Nonprofit agricultural, you guys, that line's for you. Compensation from other sources received as a result of the result of the disaster. Provide amount and brief description below. Here I received a PPP for $4,500. I'll put that in there. And as well as if I received a prior EIDL loan, they may want that in there, but I would just give them one at a time. Like they said, be brief, give them as little information as possible without lying. You're not going to lie here. We're all here to do this honestly, but sometimes more information to them can be confusing, and it can hold things back. Let me go back here, and I'll go up a little more, and that's about it. You sign it, and you date it, and how easy could it be? But that's your that's your 3502 form. Now, that was mainly the questions that I had. Let me jump up here. I'm back online now. If anybody else needs to, so no EIDL grant, no Kimberly. I'm going to go back up to your question. I see you asked up there. There's no EIDL grant right now. The money is allocated in the stimulus check. There's a $50 billion line there that is saying that we are to get the EIDL grant to those, whether we get it for the $10,000, whether it means that or not, the S4227 package or whatever they're trying to say from the Section 1110 of the CARES Act. Whether it's going to be the rest of the 10,000, not sure yet. But there is $50 billion in there for EIDL grant money. Would we need to go reapply for it? Maybe, but we don't know yet. We won't know the specifics until the next stimulus package is out. Samir says we need an EIDL song next. Yeah, I'll get you an EIDL song. Do we have to reapply for EIDL? We don't know yet. Breaking Conrad probably have a better shot at second PPP when next stimulus packet passes, I'd imagine. You're absolutely right with that, Breaking Conrad. When the next stimulus package comes out, which is pretty much there, they're just needing a signature, and President Trump, I believe, is going to be signing it very shortly, as Carranza had said 2 days ago. And once that gets signed, it's going to be lights out. These companies are going to be actually looking for people to give money to. These lenders are going to be looking to lend money instead of having people running to them. So get ready, because the money's probably going to go fast in that one, in the PPP, more so than the EIDL, just to let you know that. Because PPP is forgivable. As far as right now, the EIDL is not. So the PPP will be tapped out quickly once it comes back into full effect. However, there are some banks out there that are still giving the PPP right now that can issue PPP. They still have funds available. Nunbaha, does getting the increased interest rate goes up? No. It still stays at a 3.75% interest rate. The interest rate, and they're trying to move that interest rate down. They're trying to bring it back down to a 1%, such as the PPP. Which, will it happen? Probably not. But maybe can we roll it over later into a PPP and do the 1%? Probably so. Something good will be coming, more good than having to pay it back over 30 years, I believe, will be coming with that. And that's the only reason I'm even taking that one, or really want that one, because I do feel in my heart of hearts, I'm not 100%, but I am doing it for myself, because I feel like that is going to be a forgiven in one point in time in my life. That a loan should be forgiven. I'm praying for it anyway. Felicia Burrow, what is the minimum credit score required for EIDL? The minimum credit score for EIDL right now is 570. I can double check on that. Minimum, they might be bringing it up actually with the next stimulus package. So, but as of right now, is a 570. Yep, it's still at a 570. They could change that. They changed that on. That's why I was checking right now, because that can actually change on a daily basis. But right now, Felicia Burrow, the minimum credit score right now they're asking for is a 570. Now we've seen people get the grant with much lower, but we have actually seen people get the loan with lower than that. But their credentials. The 570 isn't set in stone. If you've got credentials with your business to go along with it, and there's a little bit more backbone to your business, a 570 they might take lower than that. We've seen that happen. We've actually seen a 439, I think, that got that loan. That was outrageous, but they do it for people who have been in business for a long time. And hey, what's up, Tiffany D? It's good to see you. Jack Ramirez, I received an SBA loan. I'm an Uber driver. Can I get this loan as well? This is this is not a PPP loan. This is an EIDL loan, and yes, you can. You're qualified to get the EIDL loan. Everybody is. If you didn't, every sole proprietor and independent contractor can get this loan. I don't know. I know of a few who have, Uber drivers that have gotten it, and they are actually easier to get now with the fintechs doing the cash apps and stuff like that. So if that's how you do your business through a fintech, it's even easier now, because they're even sponsoring many fintechs, where in the beginning it was so hard, it was almost impossible to get this loan through fintech. But now fintechs are pretty much, a common thing. As far as they figured it out, they finally got up to date with that. Tiffany D, hey guys. Okay, Florida to the Philippines. Hey buddy, what's happening, bro? It's good to see you, my friend. Florida to the Philippines. What's new today? Nothing new today. I was just going over a few questions that I had gotten on the SBA EIDL loan reconsideration for an increase and a modification on your loan, because now it's time to go for it since the funds are there. So I was just going into a few more steps that I may have not included in my last application tutorial that people were asking me about. Samir, I did email Fundbox my PPP loan. They replied me saying, wait till we are waiting for the update from the SBA. Yeah, Samir, I actually called Fundbox today, and I tried to get in touch with the people over at Fundbox, and they said, if you're calling regarding a, what was it? Yeah, you probably got the same message I did. They said, if you're calling regarding a PPP loan, dial 1. So we dial 1. And if you're still waiting for your forgiveness application, we are waiting for more information from. So we can't get our forgiveness application number yet from any PPP lender, so we cannot get forgiveness application signed out yet. A few of them that might be in front of the cusp here, and Fundbox seems to be a little behind the cusp. So, and I did see the new guidelines. Let me show this to you because they just came out with the new forgiveness application. Is going to be easier now, which, yeah, whatever. But I will show it to you because you need information, and that's what I do. I will give you information. If I can move that up here. Is that it? Let me find that for you. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to show you this one. The Treasury came out on October 8th. So this just came out yesterday. This was the SBA Treasury announced simpler PPP forgiveness of loans $50,000 or less. So this was a good news. This right here, it shows the it says that it's a simpler PPP forgiveness application. But the truth of the matter is, the simpler loan application came out about 3 months ago. They're trying to make a big deal out of it now. I don't know why, but it's the same application that came out 3 months ago. And with that application, it also needs a spot for a lender application number, which is what you need in order to get the forgiveness, in order to get the second PPP, which is what they're beginning to disperse now. However, Fundbox, as Samir had just said, isn't issuing those out yet. So we are still in the loop with that, and hopefully they will be doing that quickly. But just to let you know that, it's going to be an easier process to get a forgiveness for a PPP. As far as the EIDL loans right now, EIDL loans are still not forgiven, and hopefully that they will change that soon as well. And Janya, I was denied, she says, for a credit, and I had more than a 570. And Janya says, Rubio was completely incompetent in helping me with the grant. Disgusting. Yeah, Rubio was a tough one. He's really hard on this grant for people. He's one of the most hard-nosed Republicans I've ever met. Yeah, I know, and John, I'm in the same boat. I got Rubio down here as well, and he wasn't real helpful. And he just kept, whenever you emailed him about something, he would just spit off what he's spitting off to everybody, even if it had nothing to do with your question, and it was really sickening. But I went down to Rubio's office here in Tampa. You remember that? I went down to his office and kind of shouted a little bit of my voice to him because he needed to hear it. Chastity Lewis, and Janya. Yeah, I got that song for Njanya. I made a song with Njanya in it, and I will put it out soon as soon as I make a video for it. I don't have the video, but I have the song already made, so that's cool. I made one for you, Njanya. I got you in there. Anyway, Chastity Lewis, if this stimulus passes, will we receive the full 10K? If we didn't the first time, the person I'm asking for had nothing but got approved for the loan, but no word on the forgivable advance of 10K. Well, Chastity, we are hoping. Nobody can promise anything on it, but we are hoping that within that $50 billion that the EIDL grant money will be coming out with in the next stimulus package, which everybody's got really high hopes for it going through this week. At least me, Kevin did, but I don't, because I just don't. So we're hoping that 10K or that 50 billion is going to the people who were left out of getting that full 10,000. But it's not set in stone yet. However, there is 50 billion as opposed to 20 billion in that pot. I would like to see it go up to 80 billion. Then I would be sure that we would be getting the 10K almost 100% if they give it the 80 billion. Who knows? Maybe that's what they're talking about with the extra stimulus money. Maybe they're thinking the EIDL grant. Maybe they're thinking we got screwed, or they know we got screwed, and maybe they will be more than happy to reimburse that with us. So it's not assigned, sealed, and delivered yet, but the 50 billion for EIDL is a very beautiful thing to see in the stimulus package. So I can't give you a yay or nay on that. I'm sorry. Darren Dinopoli speak. What's up, Darren? Hope all is well. I think you would have been giving me cap locks if all was great. So I guess things are still in the queue for you. Hopefully you can get there quicker. I know I did call the SBA yesterday. I called the SBA and was talking to one of the assistants over there. And the cool part about it was as soon as I called the tier 2, and they had told me, they answered almost immediately. And what were they? They were saying that the PPP, because the question that I had from somebody in here was, are PPP loans going out? Are they going out? And the lady at SBA told me, yeah, they are going out, but not for all PPP lenders right now. A lot of the PPP lenders are still like Fundbox, the lender I got it from. They're still holding on to their money. They're not jumping on the bandwagon yet. They're still watching the stocks, and they're watching the economy and watching Congress. So they're not all jumping on PPP. But if you look hard enough, she said, you can find people that are still giving the PPPs out because the money is still there. Anyway, I hope that helped somebody. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is scary. I know for the 10K, that is scary, especially wondering what happened to all that grant money to begin with. I think a lot of it was brought back and put into the EIDL, but we don't know where a lot of it went, and Carranza's going to have to answer for that. Jack Ramirez, hello, thank you for responding. You're a goat. Another question, do I have to reapply for another SBA loan? Yes. If you want it, Jack, if you want the EIDL loan, yes, you're going to have to reconsider. A reconsideration letter will have to be made to them. If you will go back and see the video that I made I think it was yesterday or the day before, on your second round of EIDL loan, I go through the whole application with you. And then in the beginning of this one, I went through the rest of the bits and pieces of the application that you'll need as well for that. So it's a very simple process. It's almost like it's just a reconsideration letter, basically. I'm going to put that back up here for you if that's the loan you're talking about. These are the instructions now. I'm going to go right over here. I'll put my head in front of it, actually. There. Up here, I'll read, request for a loan should be made as soon as possible. After the need is discovered, requests are being reviewed in the order received, so the sooner you do it, the better. To ensure the loan request receives the improper attention, please send the following. Brief explanation on why the increase is necessary. Because I need the money, I ran out from the first loan that you gave me is gone. Of course, you're going to put for rent, utilities, payroll, and working capital. That's what you'll put. Most recent filed federal tax return, including all schedules. So you'll send them your schedule or your tax returns. Please put the word increase in the subject line. So when you're emailing this reconsideration letter, type increase in the subject line. Change the application information, revenue, COGS, completed 3502. That might not probably doesn't apply to a lot of people here. But as far as that 3506 instructions, I had just gone over that. I can go over it with you again real quick here. But here's the email you're going to use, the pdc@reconsideration.gov. Submit any information processing. Just by the way, the following. 4506 form. Is that just this form right here? It's real simple. Really, it'll take you 10 minutes to fill out. This is the top part. And I went over that earlier in this video. If you need to go back and look over that, it goes over that for you. And right here, your request a period, and then your signatures. That right there, that little checkbox you see over here, that little checkbox that's right by my eyeball is your signature on this. And then you're going to type it in the middle, and it's a very simple form. And that's pretty much it. If you need the 3502 form, this is it right here. It's behind me now. But it's a very simple form as well. But I wouldn't give them this unless they asked for it on that 3502 for the cost of goods or the Office of Management budget is what I'm thinking. Okay. But anyway, yeah, it's very simple. So if you need any more information on that, I'll be more than happy to help you. I filed mine today. I actually filed mine today. And within a matter of, I would say, 15, 20 minutes, I get the email back. Of course, it's just a shoot back. Okay, we've received your email, your reconsideration letter. We will be back to you promptly in the order in which your consideration letter was received, as they say always. So we'll see how quick it's going now. It should be going a lot faster than it was. At least we hope it is, because it was kind of it was a joke to begin with, and hopefully it's not as much of a joke now. So hopefully that is the case. Any more questions? I am here to answer. What do we got? Jack Ramirez said, hello, thank you for responding. You are the GOAT. Another question, do I have to reapply? So for another SBN. Now, if you're going for PPP, Jack, what I answered for you there was about the EIDL loan, if you were going for another EIDL loan. If you're going for PPP loan, you've got to find, unless you already have a PPP lender, you can't go for another one until your PPP lender gives you a lender number of your application. And most everybody, almost nobody, has a lender application, the lender's number. We have the SBA's number for the PPP loan, but we don't have the lenders, like say it was Fundbox or Fundera. We need that number for their application. I called up today trying to get that number, and they said we don't. And they left a message, basically a voicemail, speaking right to that question there, because that has to be their number one answer. We have not got your application numbers yet for forgiveness. So with that said, we can't get another PPP loan unless your lender already has your application number. Some lenders may, like if you did Cabbage might. They were really hot with stuff. So, but Fundera and Fundbox, I know they don't. Waited for weeks, and Johnny says no help. Noombaha. Yeah, waited for weeks, no help. Some people have been waiting darn close to a year on this. It's been 10 months. 9. Noombaha. What happened to the initial 10K grant is out the window, or they swept under the rug? It's swept under the rug right now. I wouldn't say it's out the window, but it is being hidden from our small business owners' fingers and lives. But we will hopefully see that in the $50 billion grant that they pass, that has been in the stimulus package and isn't going anywhere. It's set in stone to be there. And Janya, want to hear what song? Which one did you want to hear? Oh, yeah, the one I wrote for you. Yeah, you want to hear it? All right. Sorry, everybody. And Johnny wants to hear it. I don't know, man. It's a cool song, but without a video, it's not going to really have a whole bunch in it. Let's see if I can get it going.
Stimulus updates around the world. Speakansee's calling you out, cause your content is absurd. For the last 6 months, you've gotten us nowhere, but still sell it on your title, breaking you thumbs up and throw up. It makes me wanna puke. I'll watch your eyes move back and forth reading yesterday's news. Is it news that we can use for us to move ahead? That's another story, but don't spit it if it's dead. So la la late night. Throw up, it's Jimmy and
You know the other ones.
A-N-J-A-N, yeah. A-N-J-A-N, yeah.
That's the part. That's all I can get you in there, Anjanya. A-N-J-A-N, yeah. I got you in there, Anjanya. I got you in there. That's a tough name to do. That was a tough name to do. I hope you liked it. That's all I could do. And Johnny, I tried a million others. I tried Bob Marley. I tried Dre. I tried Coolio. I tried Tupac. I tried Guns N' Roses. I tried good stuff. And I had to go with Word Up, Cameo. It was bad. I had nothing. Anyway. What's up, Saint Gang Gang? It's good to see you, my friend. And John, you got that song? Okay, Barry, yes, praying for the grant. Barry, praying for the grant as well, my friend. Okay, Christina Will, are they forgiving us the previous disaster loans as well and giving us more? Well, right now, yeah, that's what they're doing. Right now, the EIDL loan is not forgiven. They're giving you more. That's what we're talking about here. Is they're giving you more of the EIDL loan. They said to go ahead and shoot back for reconsideration if you want more money on an increase to your prior loan, the first loan that you got from EIDL, from the SBA, and they are doing that. So I've got the videos up on how to go get that. So you might want to go check them out. It's very simple email, very simple instructions to follow. If you need extra instructions, let me know and I can try to get those for you. Gasha Studio G, where to send the application? PDC, let me go ahead and get that for you. But I will put that up behind me again, actually. It's probably easier for me to do it that way. Let me get that. Loan forgiveness. And read that. Nope, that's not the one. Reconsideration instruction. Okay. Okay, here you go. This is the instructions to that. You see that email over here? I'm gonna put my my eye right over there. Now I'm looking at it. That blue email right there. That blue email right there. That PDC at reconsideration.gov. That's the one that that's where you're gonna send the email to. And go ahead and go back and watch my video. I made a really short and sweet video. It's about 6 minutes long. Yesterday about the getting these EIDL loan part twos, round twos, going ahead and shot out. So yeah, go do that, man. You guys, there was a timing in all this. If you guys remember, I think everybody here remembers this timing that there was in all this when everybody went out and filled out for that grant. Remember? There was a time. Okay, great. Let's go. I just heard the news that I can go get a $10,000 grant. So you went out and shot up for that grant, right? Yeah, me too. Well, I went out and shot for the grant and it ended up being a loan, a decent loan. I needed it. But there's a timing right now as well where if you want to go get a second round of that loan, now's the time. Now's the time to go out and get the second round of that loan because who knows what they're going to be asking for in this next stimulus when it goes through and it passes all these new laws. Yeah, they're looking to allocate the money in a more manageable way, but that can be good and it can be good and bad. For those of you that don't have a loan or didn't get a loan yet, it can be bad because they could be asking you now for your blood. Who knows? In the first round, they didn't need a lot, and that's the beauty of it. So I'm just saying that there's an open door right now, and if you go check out that video on how to do the quick reconsideration, it's simple and just like the first round, it was simple, it was to the point, and there wasn't a whole lot behind it, but you still got the money that you needed to get your business through. So I'm just going to tell everybody right now, there's a timing on this. It's not going to be there forever. And Gasha, you send it. Yeah, hopefully that was for you, Gasha, Studio G. You send it to the pdcreconsideration.gov. Darren Dinopoli, on the other note, tough loss last night. Hey, it's fourth down, not third. I know, he thought it was third. I couldn't believe it. Dude, we weren't going to win that game. The officials were not going to let us win that game. You see that third and 17? They were on their own, 20-yard line? And they get sacked for a 3rd and 17 for a fourth down. And the guy calls it roughing the passer with 4 minutes left in the game. That was ridiculous. The Bucs would have had that game. We would have won that. That's ridiculous. The Bears were not going to let us win that game in Chicago. I had a feeling like that. I had a feeling we were going to lose as soon as I started watching the game. Almost wanted to rip my Devin White jersey. I was so mad. Anyway, it was a good game. I love football. Football's great. And thanks for that, Darren. Saint Gang Gang, what up, Speak? What's up, Saint Gang Gang? Long time no see. Jack Ramirez, thank you so much, bro. Thank you, bro. And Janya, don't understand why they need tax forms for a grant. And someone told me that when they put in all their info, they still didn't get the money, so I give up. I'm at a loss here. They needed the tax information because in order to get that grant, remember, we had to file for a loan so that they could give us an advanced EIDL advance, which they never really called a grant in the beginning. They just called it an advance, like a grant, they said. But they needed our tax forms to put us in the queue of the loan. In order to be eligible to get the grant, we had to apply for a loan. It was, I don't know. I didn't get it either. I'm at a loss too, John. I think everybody here is at a loss. But there are questions that need answers, and I can try to do what I can here on this side. Billionaire, trillionaire, I want my 10K. When will I get my 10K? They gave me 1K. I need my full 10K. That 10K could be in that stimulus package that they're talking over right now. There's that $50 billion, and that more than likely, if we're going to get that 10K, it's there. So we'll find out what we have to do there. But I think everybody fought really hard. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause here because we fought really hard for that 10K. We better get it. We better get that. It was, we could really use it. I know that. I know that it would just stimulate the economy, and all of us small businesses would be on fire with that. Denopoly, you can't go for a second EIDL loan until you receive the first. Correct. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. However, the first EIDL loan was for a period of 24 weeks. So, with that said, when the first act was passed, I believe, when was the first act passed? Was it January, February? Was it late February or early March? Retroactive, it would be 24 weeks for the first loan, so the loan could be larger. You could get a larger loan for your second EIDL if you never got a first. So it would kind of even itself out. It's not like you would still get the same amount of money if you didn't get the first amount and they gave you a loan this time. They would be afforded to give you more money if you haven't gotten it yet. So yeah, you wouldn't miss per se the amount. You would just miss the timing of getting it when you probably needed it back in the past, which sucks, but hey, you'll take it now. So they would retro that. Jack Ramirez, can an Uber driver qualify for the 10K grant as well? Yeah, they were supposed to get it too. All Uber drivers and independent contractors and sole proprietors were supposed to get it. Yeah, there was a big stink about that. But yeah. Oh, wow. Am I way behind here? I am. Okay, they told me I lost out due to a bank error. Yeah, they told everybody. They told a lot of people that they lost out due to bank errors, and it was a lie. It was a lie. A lot of them were lies because they put everybody made that same bank error for some odd reason. Everybody made it. It was like their mistake. Like you put the wrong routing number. You missed the number by 1. That's what they were saying to. It was like their go-to excuse. The guilt of stimulus funk. Indeed, Akabon Renaissance. We try to be funky. We're gonna get funky, 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 funky. I just at a wedding doing the clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. To the left now, y'all. Take it back now, y'all. We were all doing that. The electric slide and all that fun stuff. But yeah, the go to funk. We'll take that. Thank you, Akabon Renaissance. Appreciate that. Noon Baha on fire. Jack Ramirez, great music. Thank you, sir. It was horrible music. It sucks, but that's what I like about it. I like bad music, I guess, because I write bad music. Stanley Mangum, Jesus, please make him stop. Yeah, right? I know. I'm on your side, Stanley. Please make me stop, Lord. Please make me stop. Billionaire trillionaire, dancing away. Jorge Albert, who's issuing out PPP loans now? We haven't found, I don't know, but Brick and Mortar, say you were Bank of America. If you had a one already from them, you could probably get another one from them. As far as those banks like that, I got mine through Fundbox. They're waiting because they're not a Bank of America or a Chase or somebody like Wells Fargo. If you got your loans through them, you could probably get another PPP. You can get your PPP loan forgiveness number first. And then, because they're going to give the big forgiveness numbers out first. Don't you think? This is the way that I'm seeing it being played out. She says that the forgiveness is ready and available and simpler than ever. We go to apply and they still don't have our number. So it makes me think that if I was Apple or HP computers, they would have my number for me to be forgiven so that I can dip back into it and get that big money. I think that's what they're doing, is they're taking care of the bigs before the small so that they dip all the money and then they leave us stranded again. From the looks of it, that it could happen. I'm not saying it is happening, but when I went to get my forgiveness number today and I didn't get it, that's the first thing that went to my mind is like, oh God, Lord, please don't let them do this again. Don't let them hit all the big companies with the PPP money and run out of that now. Anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But who is issuing out the PPP loans? Bigger companies right now. Chastity Lewis. And also, if you go to SBA.com, you can go to lenders, PPP lenders, and find a list of them that's just goes on forever, and find a list of them. Now, if you want to tackle through that, or find maybe ones in your area and shoot them some emails and shoot them some calls, you may be able to find one tomorrow if you're very adamant about it, or unless you're just waiting for like a fund area and fund box to come out and say, hey, okay, we're issuing the numbers. Then that's another story. But you do need to be forgiven of your first one before you can apply for the second. Oh, unless you're a big company and you have, unless you know the owner, hey, I'm calling you up. I'm going to go ahead and take that second loan, but put it on credit for the first, it's kind of, how they are. That's why they say minority loans need to be given upper hand, because the minorities are screwed. Last one's on the line in the totem pole. I get the minority loan thing. I get minority lending, why they need to do that. I do. Because just not being even a minority, but being on the low end of the totem pole, I know it's almost impossible to get a loan when you're going against big companies to get it. Perez, what's up with the grant? Yeah, the grant we're still hoping is in that 10K. That 10K we're hoping is in that $50 billion stimulus package. Mary Porter, put on the wrong email. What do I do? Email wasn't even mine. Resend it. Resend it. Or what are you talking about, Mary? Are you talking about they're telling you it was wrong email because they wouldn't have been able to get back to you? So resend it with or give them a call. Give them a call in the morning. They're answering their lines very quickly now. They're basically staffed like they were never staffed before. So give them a call tomorrow and tell them exactly that. They will take care of it, and they'll pretty much taking care of it quick now. The SBA hotline number and let me copy that. Here's the SBA hotline number, and here's a tier 2. Just if you've already did one thing, go ahead and jump right into the tier 2 with your phone call tomorrow. Mary Porter, I just put the number down there for you. Just give them a call tomorrow and tell them that you put the wrong email in. You're going to send them another one and to rip up the information if they got it with another email, unless they can just change the email on it, but they probably won't be able to do that. It's probably going to have to go through you sending it through a proper email, or, there's legalities with that. Casper Perez, I guess I'm going to pay off my loan and ask for $50,000. Okay. Nice. GMA 25 boys, can I ask already? I got the EIDL loan for 6 months operating expenses, or saying that I can apply and get an additional 6 months. Yes. That's what we're going for on the second loan. You're going for wherever there's money left in the time frame that you did it. Say you did it in whether it's going to be a 6-month loan or whether it will just be till the end of the year. Say you applied in March, okay? April 1st, April, May, June, July, August, September 6th. So that's 6 and 4. So you're looking at like late August, we'll say, mid-September. So now you're looking for the rest of the money throughout the year. If you got a 24-week loan, some of us only got 8-week loans. So we'd be able to apply right away for the max. Some of us didn't get any. So we'd be able to apply for all of it. So depending on how much you've gotten throughout the year, they would do it on a weekly basis and average it by the week probably, and then whatever you have to get to finish out the year with. They wouldn't go into 2021. They would cap it at the end of December, from what I'm hearing, from what they're doing right now. Ken Smith, how much of your tax information do they need sent in? They need your taxes. They need your that's what the the 4506 form does for them, is it gives them the rights to go into your taxes. Like when you see on the bottom of this page here, you see the transcript requested on the bottom of that page. Well, you're going to type in your, like, say you got a 1040 Schedule C. They would basically, you're giving them information to go into your taxes and go for your 1040C. That's when they say, hey, wait, we're going to need the year before that too, because you said you were in business for 2 years. So then they go down to page 2, and if you look at this number 9, in that first zone, you're going to put in 2019, and then the second one you'd put 2018, the third one 17 and 16. So you would give them, that's what the 4506 is getting from you is it is getting your the rights for them to go in and get your taxes. So that they would need all of your tax information. And if you're up to date for this year too, if you had already filed, if you're doing it quarterly, then you would probably have to do your taxes. You would have to send it to them this year. Billionaire Trillionaire, can I apply for the PPP again even though they gave me a loan already? Yeah, the PPP, you can apply as soon as you get a forgiveness on your first one. And that's what we're waiting for, that forgiveness number. So say you got a forgiveness or a PPP from Bank of America. Call up Bank of America and say, I need my my application number from you, from Bank of America. Because you've got your SBA number already. But you're going to need your Bank of America number. So without that, you can't get forgiveness because they're not going to get paid from the government without the government sending them the number to give to you. So they're working on that right now. A lot of them have already got that going on, and a lot of them are behind on it. Mine is behind. Funbox is behind. I think Cabbage might even be behind. I don't know. But you got to get that your number. I can get that. I'll bring that up. I think I have actually. Let me see if I got a picture of that so I can kind of put it into perspective for you guys, because we're getting a lot of that question right now. Let me see if I can find the picture, and I'll be able to explain it to you very, very easily. That would be the, what would that be? Forgiveness. I know I've got the sheet somewhere. Hold on one second, guys. Forgiveness. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, I can't find it. I don't have it right now. But anyway, just to let you know again, they're waiting to give you a number. For the forgiveness application, there's the second line on the forgiveness application is from a lender application number. You get the SBA application number. Everybody's got that. The lender application number, you need that too for the forgiveness. And in order to fill out your forgiveness, you need to fill out complete that box. And we can't complete that box right now. I put that in my live video, I believe, day before yesterday. You might have scrolled through to get it, but I can just tell you right now. If you go and type in PPP loan forgiveness application, it'll come right up online. You click on it and it'll pop up. You'll see your name and all that stuff in the first box. The second box is going to say SBA number. And then this third box is going to say PPP lender number. That number we don't have yet. And without that PPP lender number, we can't get a forgiveness because that box it can't be blank to fill it in for the forgiveness. It's a very simple thing that they need to be jumping on right now. And a lot of them have that number, that forgiveness number. I called mine today, like I said, and was hoping to see, hey, can I get my number? And they said, we don't have it yet. I thought you were supposed to have it because I just heard from Carranza saying forgiveness is out and simpler than ever. And apparently she lied. So I'm used to that. It's Congress, it's the government, and but we're waiting for that number right now for the forgiveness. And once that is out, yes, we go for a second round of PPP for sure. We're definitely jumping in on that, and that's why we're here. We're here to get this information so that we can make money, so we can take advantage of this and get the money that we need right now before the rest of the big businesses get it. Because those who are late on this, those who don't get this information soon enough, will be a little sleep and a little slumber, and poverty falls upon you like a thief in the night. So we need to be on top of this. Where am I on this? How much of the tax information you need? I did that. Billionaire Trillionaire. I did that one. Joe Johnson. How can I ask for my grant that I haven't received yet? I got an email saying I received the grant, but I haven't. Huh? You got an email saying that you received the grant, but you haven't? Well, you need to call that number up that I put down there and tell them that you did not get the money. Talk to somebody and have your application number ready. Noonbaha. I have a feeling they're going to ask lots of documentation to do all the frauds. Not really. On the second EIDL, like the application I just showed to jump right back in to get the second round of the EIDL, they're not asking for much. They're really not. I mean, they're pretty much going with what they have already on your first one. So that's a good sign for us. That's what I mean. If we can go ahead and round this up again, guys, if you can go ahead and get that loan right now, if you didn't get it the first time, but you're still in the queue, you're in good position. You're in good shape. Especially if this next stimulus package comes out, you're in very good shape. If you didn't get the first one, then and they round this thing up, you might be looking at a pretty decent amount of money for those who didn't get it. But those who did get it, you should be able to get your money without a whole lot of red tape. Stanley Mangum is about the EIDL or the PPP. We're doing both. Stanley Mangum, we're doing the EIDL questions and PPP, but mainly I meant to do it about the EIDL, but I'm getting a lot of PPP questions, which I'll answer as well. Probably so. GM2, 5 boys, is this the only for people who didn't get their full 6 months operating expenses or truly a second round? It's truly a second round. It's truly a second round. As Carranza stated. Let me see if I can find that. Do I still have that one? I don't think that one was it.
As a matter of fact, we're still accepting applications under the. As a matter of fact, we're still accepting applications under the EIDL program, which is also designed to provide a financial lifeline to small businesses. So
that was a different one. I don't know if I can't find hers. But yeah, Carranza said that this is for another round, basically, which is great. Wash your hands. I don't think so. I don't think they'll bother with 50K under. They don't have the staff. They've got a wicked lot of staff now compared to what they did have. Wash your hands from the beginning of this. They have 20 times more staff than they did when they started this junk, which is good. Hold on, my memory's full. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. Camera error. Okay, put the wrong email. It wasn't even mine. Let me make sure I can find my spot back again here. I've been feeling a lot of documentation of the frauds about the EIDL PPP. It's about both. Stanley Morgan, probably so. GMA, second round. It's truly a second round. Wash your hands. I don't think so. I think they'll bother with 50K and under. I think that's what I was saying. They do have more staff now, which is great. Hopefully they've got a smarter staff because the first staff had no clue. But they have now they have a little bit more stuff in this. There's more of a process going on where they can keep a flow going. Hopefully, I'm laughing hard. That was very good. Laugh out loud. Ha. Billionaire, trillionaire. I need my blank 10K now. Amen to that. Stanley, LOL. Karate videos and more. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up? Karate videos and more. Franklin, my auto loan was denied. They said some of my info was unverifiable. However, my other license has granted 150K back in June. Wow. Well, that's cool. I mean, at least you got 150K. You did get one. It's a lot more than a lot of people got. But at least I think you know how the system works now, at least, huh? Yeah, they do usually work on bigger numbers. They'd rather work on the big ones than the small ones. It's a business. Paulson Marcelon, Jesus Fable, Jean Baptiste. Baptister. Jesus, what does that mean? I'm going to Google that. I'm Fabi Jean Baptiste. I'm Fabi Jean Baptiste. GMA2, thank you. I'm going to do it tonight. Yeah. You're welcome, GM2, Five Boys. If, like I said, it's simple. It's a real simple process. This message helped for review. Paulson Marcelin, very good. And there's a phone number for Paul Marcelin. Not sure what they're trying to do. We'll hide that. Not sure what they're trying to do. Billionaire, trillionaire. How do I get forgiveness? Do you just apply for it or just request it? You will be applying for it, for forgiveness. You will go to type in your PPP forgiveness, simple forgiveness form, and it will pop up, and you apply for it. But you will need a lender number from your lender, which you got to make sure you go out and get, unless they emailed it to you. Hopefully they will just email it when they get them. I called my lender today and they did not have it still. They're not below. So the 4506 will be going off your 219. Right. Yes. Well, if you have a 218 for the first round, Darren, I would go ahead and stick with that. Give them the 2018, give them the same information that they had. That's fine. If they gave you, because I have 2018 for the first round. But you haven't gotten a loan yet. That's the key. Yeah, but you haven't gotten your loan yet. So for you to file reconsiderations right now, you would probably be giving them your 2019s as well. I would make sure they had that in there as well. But if they're just right now going off your 2018s, and that if that's one of the reasons you're not getting a loan because they haven't got your 19 forms yet, you never know. But I would ask them or give them a call because they're answering phones and talking to people like easy now. So give them a shout tomorrow. But that could be one of the reasons why you haven't got your loan yet, because they need 2019. Who knows? But that's crazy. Or maybe you haven't filed your 2019 yet. I think the deadline is this month, or tomorrow is the deadline, October 10th, for those who didn't file for 2019 yet. So if they're still going off your 2018, tomorrow being the deadline of the 19, not sure if you'll be grandfathered in with the 2018, but you would just stick with the 2018. Unless you call somebody and talk to them and say, do you want my 2019 or what? I'd get with them about that. I know Blue Vine isn't doing PP forgiveness yet. See, Blue Vine's another one. Blue Vine's another one that was supposed to be so on target, so on top of this, so great. Cabbage and Blue Vine, they were the top two, and they still haven't got it yet. But the bigger banks, the brick and mortars that were lending billions of dollars to these organizations through PPP, they've got it. And these people are the bigger companies are getting their forgiveness numbers and getting a second dip. And right now the pot's going while we're all waiting for a forgiveness number to get them. I mean, come on. Really? I don't like that. That's not fair. Jared K. So we are able to apply for a second round of EIDL right now. Yes, you can. You can go to reconsideration and apply for request a modification or increase. Yep. Let me put that behind me again. I'll put the instructions again behind me. There, above my head. Right there's the instructions. Or you can go look at the video that I did yesterday. Mintil, I told my boss, what does he needs? You told your boss what? What'd you tell your boss, Mintil? If you're employed, your boss to file for the EIDL loan, he just needs to go fill out an application. SBA.com, EIDL loan application. He will find it. But if he hasn't filled one out yet, or if he's going to go for reconsideration, he just needs the email, pdc@reconsideration.gov. Stanley Mangum, thanks for answering my question. Yes, sir. Akaben Renaissance, when you say those who didn't receive EIDL loan the first round should be in good shape this time right now, what that include those of us who were denied because of low credit score? Would that include those of us that were denied? No, that wouldn't. No, actually, I'm not saying for those that were denied are going to be in good shape here. That would be just out there. I'm not going to say that. That's false hope. When I say those who didn't receive the EIDL loan in the first round, no, I mean those of you who may be going through it that didn't receive the EIDL loan but have still put up for reconsiderations and are still going in, or are still involved in the process. It fares well for them if they're involved in the process. Now, if you had a low credit score, it would fare well for you to go to Experian.boost.com and boost your credit score unless you already did that. But if you haven't, then it would fare well for you just to get your credit score up a little bit more and then do a reconsideration letter to them to see if they can reconsider your loan. Seeing as how the first round of money did make it to the SBA, what the SBA is saying, oh, it cleared everybody. Everybody's fine now. We can do it again. I don't think they did. I think they missed a lot of people that wanted it and said no to a lot of people, which gives them the right to do it again to the people who they said yes to or people that they are considering saying yes to. Hopefully that helps. Joe Johnson, thanks for answering my question. Yes, sir. Cameron Nash, sorry, I'm now joining the live. So how do I apply for the second round of SBA? Could you give me a quick summary? Yep, I sure can. Right above my head, who is this? Cameron Nash? Yeah, this one's for you. Right above my head are the instructions. But better than this, if you go to the video that I did yesterday, you'll see you can type in speaknsee EIDL loan round 2 in the YouTube search engine, speaknsee EIDL loan round 2, and it'll take you through the whole, basically, the process of it. But here you are. Above my head are the instructions, a written request with a brief explanation of why the increase is necessary. Hey, I need the increase. Basically, give them a brief explanation. I ran out of money. The IRS, they need a signed form of 5506 and 5506T instructions. I did a video on that today, or did I not do the video on that today? No, I didn't do a video on that today. I could do one tomorrow for that. I filled mine out. It's quite simple. 4506T form. So you need to sign a 4506T form, which I will put right here. This is it right here. You're going to sign one of these. You're going to go to 4506T form in your search engine. Click on it. It'll pop up. You're going to request a transcript. You're going to fill out this information. Name, address, social number of you and your spouse if you have one. Customer file number if you need one. That number 5 there's instructions below. You'll go to 5B instructions to see if that applies to you. Might not. It didn't apply to me. Transcript requested number 6. If it was a 1040C, you would just put that right there in the bottom line. 4506, there's the bottom of this request form. You would put your 2019 tax forms right there in the first line, 01, 01, 2019. You would click on that box that is highlighted yellow. You would type in your phone number and the date there, and you would type in your signature. And you would click download, and you would attach that to your reconsideration letter. With that said, that's it. On the heading of the PDs here, where I'm going to put my head again, please put the word increase in the subject. So your subject, you'll put increase there. That way they route it, goes to the right person, to the increase department. And then there's the email that you're going to send your information to. That hopefully that sums it up for you. It's a pretty simple loan, but once again, like I said, you can go check out that video that I made yesterday about this loan. Okay, that was for Cameron Nash. I hope that answered your question, Cameron Nash. Glad's Zalendo, PPP lender, did not respond to my email or phone calls for weeks. Even though they approved me, I am thinking of going with a different lender for PPP2. Yeah, no, you can do that. As long as you haven't gotten the money from a PPP lender, and everybody out there, just to let you know, you can apply to every PPP lender in the world. You can only take one, but you can apply to every one of them and take the best deal. Yeah, the PPP lender did not respond to my email or phone calls for weeks. Even though they approved me, I'm thinking of going, yeah, I would go with a different lender for sure. You don't want somebody like that. Hopefully that answered your question, Cameron Nash. And if anybody out there, any more questions, or is that it? Are we good for tonight? Yeah, Mintil, this is now. He got 39,000 the first time. Good. Yep. Okay. Thanks. Yep. And also, just to let you know, guys, on them instructions right there, if you look closely, I don't know if I can enlarge that for you, just to try to get this. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you real quick, because I'm going to show you here. Yeah, I got it right there. Okay, good. Because what in highlighted information there, you'll see. My head's going to read under it. It says when the increase is based on the change to the application, information revenue, or cost of goods sold, a completed 3502 form is attached as required. You would once again type in 3502 form online, and it would probably direct you to the SBA 3502 form on their website. This is it. This is the 3502 form that you would use. Now, don't just send in this form. You send in this, make sure that you need to send in this form. If you've got cost of goods sold, as far from last year, I sold 20 Xboxes. This year, I only sold 5 Xboxes. If they're asking you that information, you give it to them, but you never give more information than you need. Less is more in the case of the information that that you can give them, because somebody's reading over this and they're trying to be quick and they're trying to be efficient. The more we give them can sometimes get in the way. So if you just throw in this form that they don't need, it just gets in the way. This is your OMB control number right up here on the top left. If they ask you for an OMB number, anybody? I know a lot of people are like, what's my OMB number? It's your Office of Management Budget number right there. Basically your numbers is right up there. But here's the form. You just go in and it's very simple. Gross revenues for 12 months prior to the disaster. If it's not 12 months, if it's 6 months, give them the 6 months. Gross revenues after the disaster and or prior to the disaster. Goods sold, rental properties, nonprofits, and other compensations. Right here, you would have to put in this other compensations box. Right here, my head's under it. Compensation from sources received as a result of disaster. Provide amount in the brief description below. If you did receive that $39,000, if you received it in PPP, you would probably put that in there as well. I certify under the penalty of perjury laws of the United States. So you would put information about your compensation from other sources, and that would be like grants or loans that you may have received as a result of the disaster. Hopefully that helps. Any more questions, or am I free to go? Okay. Ackerman Renaissance. Yeah, I got my score up since then, so I'm ready for the reconsideration. Great job. Good job. If anybody out there doesn't have their score up or has need of getting their score up, make sure you go to, Experian.boost. Experian.com.boost, and it will boost your credit score up almost immediately. Donnie Halverson, it's free. Donnie Halverson, sup Donnie in the house. What happened tonight? Last night, TB12 lost it for a second. Anyhow, let's get to some positive vibes in here. We'll get this, even though Nancy is being a fantastic. Why did you have to bring up Tom Brady? Why did you have to bring up Tom Brady? I am going to be, I'm defriending Donnie Halverson. Tom Brady did a good job last night. Those referees, they were not going to let us win. They weren't going to let us win that game. It was I was so mad. 4th down. It was 3rd and 17, and we sack them with 4 minutes left, and they called that roughing the passer. We didn't touch. The helmet never touched. Anyway, Rock Island Cafe, any idea how long second EIDL takes to get funded? Anyone get a second EIDL yet? Thanks. Rock Island, I can't give you that information. I don't know how long the second EIDL takes funded. I just applied. I sent mine in today, this morning. I filled it out yesterday. I sent it in this morning. So I go with these things as they come to me because I don't go along with people can't just say things. I am a show me kind of guy, so we'll see how long it takes. I just filled mine out today, and I will be able to give you fresh information as soon as I get it. As soon as I get my, if I get it, because hey, none of us are guaranteed this thing. But if I get my second loan, I will definitely post on that question for sure, Rock Island, because that's a good question, and it's a question I wish I could ask somebody right now. And it's a question I hope I can answer somebody next time they ask me. Hopefully it comes in tomorrow. Franklin, once again, I was approved for the $130K, but then was given a denial. I'm confused as how it was approved at first. Yeah, that happens with the approval from the SBA. It approves lenders that they'll be insured for the money and they'll get compensated for that money. That's the question Mark Rubio was even asking, which I took sides on Rubio with. He was saying, look, we have given these guys like $100,000. Say you got a loan for $130,000. They've given somebody. They're saying we will give you $130,000 plus 5% to take the loan. There's no reason you should be denying this person of the loan, and they're still being denied. Something might have came in a bigger loan, and they didn't only had like $1 million allocated. A bigger number came in, and they shot that out. Who knows? But 130, that's almost maxed. So I don't know. But that's weird how you get approved by the SBA, but lenders were saying, no, I changed my mind. I'm not going to do it. And I didn't understand that. Rubio didn't understand it. And for Rubio not to understand it, that's saying somebody's doing something wrong behind closed doors. Experian Boost. Yes, ma'am. Experian Boost, Minty. Ekaben Renaissance. Experian Boost is legit, guys. It is. Yep. Donnie Halverson. You'll be fine in the end. Yeah, that flag was brutal. I agree. Yeah, that flag was brutal, dude. I knew it. Right after that flag, I got this like yucky feeling. I was like, oh man, this hurts. Thanks for the answers. Great content. Thank you, Glad Zalando. Thanks everybody. I appreciate you guys watching tonight. Like and subscribe. And if you could, like and subscribe, hit my son Jonathan's Playhouse. He's a YouTuber. My 5-year-old's a YouTuber, my little toddler. Go to jonathansplayhouse.com. Give him a like and a subscribe as well. Thank you all for any more questions before I go, or am I free to leave? Any more questions? Anything I can do? Anything I can say? Everything good? Everybody good? Anybody need a laugh? I can put a song up there and give you a laugh. Hold on. I'll do that. All right. I guess that's it then. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.
If you still believe me right now, then you'll never ever not believe me. All those things that I told you, that you're gonna get that PPP, oh, and that EIDL too. But now you know that it's not for you. Yeah, I'm talking about that stimulus package too. Oh, but you still get so excited with a breaking news update from one of those clickbait titles. but maybe la la lay.
Still believe me right now, then you'll never ever not believe me.
No, you won't.
You still believe me right now, then you'll never ever not believe me.
Oh, no, you won't.
I woke up early one morning and I saw the CARES Act pass. They promised me a 10K grant that I filed for real fast. I waited about 4 months for it and wondered what went wrong. I lost all my employees and my business was all gone. They an idol. That grant. They you an idol. K grant. So we made a nice petition and got everyone to sign. We took it to the Senate and the White House right on time. We demanded all our money and here's what they had to say. We're sorry, yes we screwed up. Now give them their 10K. They the idol. That grant. The idol. 10K grant. That grant. That grant. That idol. Somebody. I woke up early one morning and I saw
Somebody say, hey, we want a 10K.
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 Me and my friends, we like to play this game. Some call us annoying, but we think it's a shame. We all find time to chat and go live and get with the House and Senate on the phone and online. We even tweet the press when we feel like we're stuck on Bill S4227. We'll say you're out of luck, but I think that it's time that they hear our voice and then we say it louder because it's our choice. We say, hey, we want a 10K.
Okay.